Welcome back, gamers. My name is Neumatix, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build this beast of an elevator that's activated by a lectern. The idea to build this thing was actually brought up by one of my members in the Discord. His name is JJaz. He went and asked if I could go ahead and build a lectern-activated elevator, so I did just that, and I regretted every minute of it. But now that I actually have completed it, I want to show you guys how to build it. So I'm going to show you how it actually works before we go into the building aspect. This will also help you determine if you want to stick around for the build as well. So if you want to go ahead and activate your lectern elevator, go up to your lectern, pick the floor you want to go on. So let's go ahead and go to floor 3. It's already activated. This part is pretty important. You just need to press after you've selected your floor from the lectern. So let's go and hit the button. These lights activate, letting you know it's been activated. Now we can walk into our water elevator, and on the 3rd floor, we pop out just where we need to be. Now, if we want to go over here, we could go ahead and activate this lectern by pressing this button. We need to go ahead and select maybe floor 4, and then let's go and select it by hitting that button. It went ahead and activated with those lights. So now we can jump in here, and up to floor 4 we are. Now that we're at the top, we don't have a way of getting back down unless you press this button. This is the down button. So we go and press that. It'll activate a few pistons on the bottom that will allow us to be dragged back down to the 1st floor. We can go and get ourselves out. After we are done, we press to reset the elevator to go upward by hitting this. And then we go back over to our lectern if we wanted to go back up and not go to floor 4. Since the water is still in the elevator to go ahead and go up to floor 4, all we need to do is go over to our lectern, go to floor 4, press the button. It should go ahead and take all the water out, and it did. But we have a little glitch going on right now, so all you need to do is place a block, break it, and there you go. All right, so first things first, you're going to need to go in and get a lectern, and you're going to need to make a book. Now, creating the book is all up to you and how many floors you actually want in your elevator. So if you want 10 floors, you're going to need 10 pages, all listing floor 1, 2, 3, and etc. If you want only 4 floors, then you need to make 4 pages in your book in order for this thing to work properly. So let's go ahead and place a lectern down with my book I have, and I'm going to show you on floor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it keeps going up as far up as I want, up to floor 15. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and grab a block, place it in front of the lectern with a comparator going out from that. Then all we need is some redstone that's going to be coming out this way. And I think I'm going to make just a row like that. And I'm going to go ahead and skip the first one because on the 1st floor, we don't need anything activated on the 1st floor in order to get to the 1st floor. We're already there. It's always going to be the 1st floor we go to. So in order to go past that one, we'll go on to 2nd floor, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And you know what? I think we'll just go up to 5 floors and we'll break the rest of this out. I just realized that all of these were lit up because I left this on floor 15. So if you don't want all these lit up, make sure this is on floor 1 and it'll go ahead and only illuminate from the comparator right there. So next we're going to go and take a block and we're going to place it in right here. We're going to grab some redstone torches and place it on top of that just like that. So we're going to go and bring this out like this and we're going to continue up like so. And I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to come over this way. Place some more torches. Up once again. With some more torches. And then once more, we're going to skip that one. And go over this way. And probably one more time. For now. We'll place some torches right there. So technically, all of the off torches are going to be our selection points. Where we're going to be putting our pistons next. Alright, so let's go ahead and start placing our pistons in place. We'll go ahead and place a sticky piston in front of that one for floor 2. Floor 3. And floor 4 all right there. Next, we're going to want to go and take a slime block and place it on the face of these sticky pistons. And then we're going to take another sticky piston facing downward. Oop, like that on these slime blocks. So now, all we need to do for our selection is go over to our lectern, go to floor 2, and it should put that piston out. And if we go to floor 3, it's going to push that one out. Floor 4, push that one out. And now with all of these extended, let's go ahead and take a block of redstone and place it on the face of these sticky pistons just like that. All right, and that actually pretty much does it for our lectern selection. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take some red wool and we're going to place it right here, here, and here. And then this little button on the ground, we're going to place in front of this block. And on the back side of that, we're going to place a block down with a piece of redstone on top of it. And we're going to take some more red wool. like this and place a redstone torch on top of that. So now we could go ahead and bring our wall up a little bit. So every 3 blocks, the 4th one is going to be the next floor. So we can go ahead and bring this all the way across in this. And it should give us an idea of where we should be able to place our next lectern, book, and button. But on the back side here, we're going to continue our redstone torch tower. Okay, so all we need to do is place a block here with the redstone torch, block, and we'll continue this up just for a little bit because we're going to need it for every single floor we are going to be on. So I think I'll end it right there. Now, if we come down here and we place a block on our next floor right there, we can actually take our lectern and our book out if we wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab some more red wool like this. And then on the back side, right here, we're going to place another piece of red wool with some more redstone. And in front of that one is going to be our button. So every time we hit this button, it switches the position of the redstone torch being on or off, going upward. Same as here. We can go and press this. It'll turn that off, which in turn will switch these on or off in a way we can use for our next part. All right, so let's go ahead and start connecting our button torch tower to our pistons over here in a way that can work for us later on in the build. We'll place a block down in front of this one, place a block up. Actually, let's break those. Put a block in front of this one, place a block down, place a block up, and then one over going into this piston. We're going to go ahead and grab some redstone. We're going to place some redstone right here and here. We're going to place a redstone torch on top of this, and we're going to place a piece of redstone in front of that one. So anytime we hit this button, we should see that piston go downward, just like that. So now we should be able to repeat this process for the other floors we have. So let's go ahead and start doing that. The next lit torch, let's go ahead and bring it out from a block right there. A block going up. Actually, let's go and break these. I did exactly what I did down there. Let's go and bring one out, one down, one up, and then 2 over. So it's just going to extend a little bit more in order to reach this piston over here. And then the next one is going to extend another block out, just like we did there. So let's go ahead and grab some redstone. Let's go and place it down here, and let's go place a redstone torch with some more redstone going to that piston. So now, if we hit this button with floor 3 selected, we see both of those go off. But if we only have floor 2 selected and we hit this button, that is the only one that's going to go off is floor 2. So that is working correctly. Now, all we need to do is continue it for our 3rd floor. So let's go ahead and bring a block out. Let's go and bring a block down, another block up. Oops, I accidentally broke that one. And let's bring this all the way over just like that. And I actually got a little bit extra right there. Let's break that. Let's grab a redstone torch on top of this block with some redstone dust going from this torch over to this one and then all the way over right there. So now, if we go all the way up to floor 3 selected, that should extend this piston, which then in turn, when we hit the button, will extend that piston down with our redstone block here, which will activate our dispensers when we have all of those in place. Speaking of dispensers, let's go ahead and start laying out our dispensers. So go ahead and grab as many dispensers as you're going to need to go ahead and go up this elevator wall. So we're going to go from this block and count over 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 7th one is where we are going to place our dispensers. So let's go and look down the line. Looking good. And that means they are going to go right here on this block. Let's go and place these down. And I'm going to go ahead and place as many down as I need. And on the back sides, I'm probably going to be placing glass like I did the other one. So I need to do this a little shifting as I'm placing the click down in order to get these to go all the way up like so. And I think this should be good enough. I'm going to grab some glass and I'm going to put some glass on the back side like this, bringing it all the way up. And then on this side, bringing the glass all the way up. And then let's go ahead and go to the front. I'm going to take my block and place these in front of here. And I'm going to go ahead and finish it off up top. And in the side, I'm going to grab my signs so we don't get a water mess all over the place, breaking the redstone, because that would be really unfortunate. I've had that happen many times throughout trying to build this elevator. So let's go bring this all the way over and up and all the way over. And I think I'm going to go and just do one more floor, since we do have 3 floors that we're setting up right now. Place these all out like this, and then some more signs in front of here. And there we go. we should be good just like that. So now, looking on the back side, let's go ahead right behind these dispensers. We're going to count out 1, 2, and on this one, we're going to place a block, and we're going to take this row all the way up, or this column, I should say, all the way up, and we're going to take some redstone torches and place these all in front of these blocks, which will then turn each dispenser on one at a time. Okay, disclaimer, out of everything I've built so far, this next part is going to be the most chaotic build yet. All of these were pretty simple, going in sequence, repeating over and over. This is the part that gets a little tricky, so go ahead and follow along as close as you can. We need all of these torches to be turned off at 4 torches in a row, and then the next it'll be 4 torches in a row. We are going to do that with a redstone torch on the back side. So in order to do this, let's go ahead and grab a repeater, going in front of that one. Let's go ahead and take some blocks out like this with a repeater going in front of that one. Let's go and take a redstone torch right here, and we'll take some redstone dust, which I don't have. Place this down right here and right here. So this turns off those two. Next up, we need to go and bring a block up from here, which will be activating redstone on top of here. We're going to go and take this block all the way over here and take a redstone repeater with some redstone dust going on top of that, which will then turn off that one. Now we need to turn off this one. So we're going to go and take another block, which will be going and powering this one, placing it right here. And then we'll place some redstone dust up here, going into another repeater. So now we have a full floor all turned off that could be activated by our piston over here by simply turning off this torch. Hopefully that made all sense. If it didn't, then don't worry. We're going to get to the point where it starts making sense. At least I hope so. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing to work. Since we have this piston extended already, it's already in place to go to floor 2 if this was pushed down. So let's go and place a piece of redstone dust right here, leading all the way over here, and it should go into that torch. Honestly, we probably should bring this out here, going into that, making sure it goes into that block. So just go ahead and make sure it loops this way into here, so we know that it turns off our torches, turns them on and off. So as we should, let's go ahead and test to make sure this works before we continue on. Let's go ahead and place a piece of fence into each one of these. I got 4 specifically to make sure that we get 4 after we're done doing what we're doing. Go and place 4 in there, and then as we go over here, it's already on floor 2. So let's go and press our button. And there we go. It looks like 4 popped out. Let's make sure. I'm going to go and get out of that. Go into my inventory and 4. All right. So that works correctly. And I forgot to set this up for when we have water. Good thing I didn't put water in there yet. I'm going to go ahead and fix that up. And then we can actually put water in here if we really wanted to. If I don't put fencing, I think a sign would work a lot better. At this point, you could actually add in your soul sand if you wanted to as well. And then we could go in and go into our dispensers and place our water buckets one at a time, just like that. So now we should be able to go over here and let's test this out once again. Floor 2, button, water. Nice. So let's go and walk in here and it launches us up to floor 2. Now, I would say we're about halfway through the build. Let's make sure we get rid of this water before we continue on so we don't mess up anything else. Let's go and click the button again. It should activate the dispensers to go and pull the water back out. Like I said, there is a weird glitch going on when the dispensers do that. Place a block at the very bottom and it should go in and cancel out the glitch going on with the bubbles. So let's go on to the backside and continue our Tower of Chaos, turning all these torches on or off by the flick of a switch. Okay, let's go ahead and start digging into our 3rd floor. So we obviously know we need each torch to turn off one by one. So we're gonna go ahead and this block needs to be powered. So we need to place a block here, bring one over, and then we're gonna need to bring this up so it doesn't interfere with that one, like this, in a little circle pattern going into this block. So right here, a repeater, on the backside, a repeater. Let's place a redstone torch right here, and then let's go place some redstone all across like that. So now we got 2 torches off, and now we need to continue it upward. The easiest way to do this one is go and place a block right here, which will disconnect that, but that's okay, because this block is going to get powered from that redstone torch, which can carry some redstone dust going that way. So let's do that. Bring it over like this. Let's grab a redstone repeater, going like that, and then we can go ahead and bring a slab into the mix. Let's go and grab a slab, And we're going to take this slab and place it over here so that we don't disconnect anything right there. Let's go and bring this over like this to make it easy on ourselves and place a slab right here. So now we can go in and take that redstone and bring it up here, going into a repeater, into that torch. Nice. Now we got 4 right there for floor 2 and 4 right there for floor 3. Okay, this looks like a bit of a jumbled mess, but that's okay. We're getting this all set up. It's almost done. We just need to go ahead and turn this torch off with this redstone block up here. So let's go ahead and right below this one, let's go and bring a block down right here. And then we're going to bring it over 1 and then out 3. 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 3. And then 1 up, just like that. Then we just need to take a redstone dust all the way across, going over here. And for this one, let's bring a repeater in instead so it doesn't connect up with that dust, causing a huge issue later on for us. So now, when this gets shoved over and we press our button, this gets shoved down, it should activate this line of redstone going into this torch, turning these torches on to activate our dispensers, bringing our water up to floor 3. So let's go ahead and make sure that actually works. I'm going to place some water into these dispensers now, going all the way up. Oh, skip that one. And then we should be able to go around to the back, or I should say the front, on the lectern. Let's go ahead and go to floor 3. Should activate that piston, which then we press the button. Should activate our torches with our water. Going up to 1, 2, 3. Floor 3, here we are. And like I said before, let's go ahead and just turn that button on again. Retract all the water, which will go on and give us that word glitch. Break that. And now we're all set. It actually works just like it is intended to. But let's go ahead and finish off our last floor. It shouldn't be too bad. I actually messed up a little bit earlier here. Let's go and break all that and make sure that we get all of these torches to turn off, all 4. Let's go and break this top. That's the top, very, very top. Okay, cool. Now let's go ahead and start making this work out for us. So we need to go ahead and take this out. 1, 2, 3, a third one out. And let's bring this all the way over here. And then up like this. Going over here. We want it to connect to this block. We're going to take our redstone torch on this block right here. And then we're going to take our redstone, traveling all the way across to a repeater, of course, going into that block. Let's put a repeater up here with a piece of redstone dust, traveling all the way over there. Easy enough. 2 torches down, 2 more to go. Let's go ahead and take a block going up from here, and we're going to bring it up like this, and we're going to take this going all the way into this block, so that we can take a repeater going here, and then let's take a redstone dust going over here, and it should turn that on. So we got the top one off. Now we just need to get the side one. So we can go and take a block right here, and then we can actually bring it up if we wanted, so we make sure it doesn't get in the way of anything, and take a repeater going into that block with some redstone dust, connecting it all up, turning all of our torches off, which means we can actually go all the way up from 1, 2, 3, 4 floors all together. But once again, before we celebrate, let's make sure we got this in place hooked up to this redstone block right here. So we need to make sure that this redstone torch gets turned off when that button is pressed over here. We'll bring it up like this and like that. So when it gets pushed down, our redstone dust will be activated, going into that block, into that redstone torch, turning it all off and on for us to go and have our dispensers place the water we need. Now, before I forget, we went ahead and got all of this set up, but I never set up the 2 other lecterns we needed in place over here. So easy enough, I put our lecterns in place and then a block in front of those lecterns. And then all we need to do is take a block coming out from here all the way over. And let's place these blocks right here. And then we could go ahead and do the same thing down here. Bring one out all the way out here. In front of it, some blocks going into these torches. And then all we need to do is place some redstone repeaters, like so. A redstone comparator going out from here with some redstone dust going to those as well. And then we could do same thing over here. Redstone dust going to the repeaters. And then a comparator coming out the back right here. So now these are actually selected on floor 1 and floor 1, but if we adjusted them, they would go all the way out to, of course, floor 1 2. We're obviously on floor 2 already, so we don't need to go to floor 2, but we do have an option to go to floor 3. That is why we skipped that block, but we added a repeater right here. And same goes for up here. We are already on floor 3, so we don't need to go to 1, 2, 3. We need to go to floor 4 or floor 5 if we had a 5th floor, and that will activate this one if we go ahead and flip all the way to that floor. Also, don't forget, as I did on this back side, and we made our torch tower going up, we just need to go ahead and finish it off over here, placing a button right in front of this block right here. And then on the back side, take another block, like we did just before, with some redstone dust, which will then in turn activate up above. When in reality, we just need it to activate this torch because we don't have anything else going up above that. So let's go and break that. And hey, not bad. I randomly made a selection of torch towers going all the way up, and I almost got it dead on. Next up, we have to go ahead and have a function to drop all the way down if we're on the top floor, or if we're on the 3rd floor, or the 2nd floor. And once we're on the bottom, we need to make sure that the magma block is swapped out with the soul sand so that we could go back up. So let's go and start working on that. I'm going to bring this out 3, and I'm going to take these 3 all the way up, and I'll meet you when I do that. All right, I went ahead and put the wall up, and all I did from there is 1, 2, 3. In the middle, right here, I placed a button for the 3rd floor. On the 2nd floor, I did the same thing. So any floor above floor 1, you're going to place that button on the same area. And then on the 1st floor, you're actually going to move it to the right. At the very end right here, you're going to place a button. On the back side, we're going to take some obsidian, anything that's immovable that will go ahead and play well with a slime block. We need to place on the back side right there. And then let's go ahead and go right here and do the same thing so that when this button is pressed, it's going to activate something on the back side. That something is going to be a redstone repeater. Let's place some repeaters right there. Let's place some repeaters right here. Let's place a slime block in front of here. Same thing right here. We're going to place 2 down on this one. And right here, all we're going to do is place a piece of redstone block and then a redstone block right here. Next, we're going to take our sticky piston and place it facing downward into this slime block. So now, when that button is pressed, it should go ahead and go into another sticky piston, which I neglected to place down. So let's make sure we do that too. Let's place a sticky piston go facing downward, like that. And let's break that one. So it should look just like that. So now, when we press this, it should activate that, which then picks up that redstone block. And then the same thing here is if that wasn't already picked up, that would pick up that redstone block, which is going to be our little switch, which will activate or deactivate a redstone signal right here. Once again, I'm going to put out a disclaimer. This next part is going to be a little more difficult than the rest of the things we've been doing. So make sure to just pay attention as you follow along. So out of this part, this button is going to activate a redstone signal, which is going to be a repeater. So this repeater is then going to activate a sticky piston here, which will go in place now, right there. Let's go and break a block down next to that sticky piston. Let's go ahead and bring some redstone. We're going to take that redstone out, and we're going to take it out like here. Actually, let's place a block here with some redstone dust going out like this right into... What do you want, Sheet? What? I'm trying to do some redstone here. And then you're going to take it right down into that piston. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take this redstone repeater and place it facing forward with some redstone dust going here, and we're going to break down. Let's go and break down just like this with a sticky piston facing outward, so that when that goes down, it's going to grab that block, and then when it's pushed up, it's going to pull it back, which then is going to send a signal also from here going down into a magma block. So next, let's go ahead and take a block out right here, which is going to have some redstone going down here. But let's go ahead and break this out all the way down so that we can see what we're doing down here, because obviously there's going to be a magma block right here, and we're going to have a sticky piston right there. So let's go ahead and place those down. Let's place a sticky piston right there, and then we're going to place our magma block on top of it, which I don't have in my inventory. Oh no, wait, I do. It's right here. Never mind. Okay, let's take this out. Let's place our magma block right there, and then let's break here. Let's go and place our redstone dust. So basically, we're just going to make sure that we can get this all the way up, going over here. From this, when it goes down, it's going to actually, when it's up, it's going to power this piston. And when this is up, it's going to depower that piston. So it's going to pull back, push up, allowing us to be brought all the way down. So let's go and finish connecting that by doing this with some redstone dust. all the way up into it. So now, as you can see, it pushed up because this is up. I need to go ahead and bring that back down, which it totally messed it up. I'm going to fix that, no big deal. But as you can see, it works out beautifully. So let's place that down right here, which then in turn pushes that piston forward, which should technically have that soul sand on it. Let's go ahead and break that and fix that right now. All right, so our up and down switch function is complete. If we go ahead and go over here and we press this to go down, it'll go and switch the magma block up and pull the soul sand out of place. And if we go down here, if we want to go back up, we can go and swap that. It'll swap the soul sand back in place and pull the magma block back down. Man, I know this is a very long tutorial. Hopefully you guys are sticking around. If you are, please feel free to subscribe and like the video if you are enjoying it so far, as we get into the last portion of the elevator, which will finish this thing off for good. All right, so this last part involves pulling the lecterns out of place so that when we are on the first floor, it is not affected by anything that is selected on any other floor. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and take a sticky piston facing forward, just like this. That's going to be pulling that lectern in and out of place. So let's go ahead and bring this out like here. Let's place our wall up a little bit further like this. And then from here, we are going to be counting out 5 from the wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to go out like here, all the way over here, which should finish off this. Then we could go ahead and take a button and place that button right here, which will activate our little timer on the backside. Now that we got that all set up, let's go over to the backside and we're going to place a block that is 1, 2 next to that piston right there. So let's go and do that to the same up here. And then out from the back, we're going to place a piece of redstone on top of this block right here. If I can get over here, let's go and grab that out of our inventory. Let's place it right here. And then we're going to grab another block that's going to be up. And then we're going to grab another block that's going to be down. And then out like this. And then out like that. And then 2 more on this side with a block up right here. Don't worry, it's all going to make sense once we start placing some more stuff down. So from here, we're going to place a redstone torch with some redstone going over here. And then let's go ahead and grab some more actually not redstone, let's grab a comparator going here. And then let's grab a repeater going here. And we're going to go on the backside with a piece of redstone dust like that. Next up, we're going to need 2 hoppers. Let's grab our hoppers out. And let's go ahead and place a block here so that we can go ahead and grab our hopper going into that block, break it, and then take this hopper into this hopper like so. So now they're going into each other. So when we place items in, they'll filter in and out. And then we can connect our piston with our little circuit we got going on over here. So let's go ahead and take a block out with a comparator out of here with a repeater going from that. Then we can take our block out from here and just make sure that it makes its way all the way over here. So a little bit of a zigzag. We can take some redstone dust right over there. So now what we're going to want to do, it's a bit of a timer. So if we take some redstone, let's say we take 10, 9, 10. Let's place it into this hopper so that when we go in and click the button, it should pop that piston out for a certain period of time. And then it'll pull it back in after a certain period of time. So it depends on... let me go ahead and show you before I continue. I press this. It'll go ahead and let this out for a certain period of time until the circuit runs out, and it's going to pull it back once it runs out, which is right now, of course. Okay, so now, if that was long enough, if you felt that was long enough for you to make your selection of the floor and press the button, you're good to go. But if you want it to be a bit longer, all you need to do is go in here and add in some more of something, some kind of item that will continuously delay this redstone signal going all the way to that piston. So we go and press the button again, and it should last a little bit longer now that we placed 5 more redstone dust into those hoppers. Next up, we're going to literally do the same thing over on this side. Bring a block up, bring a block down, out, and we're going to bring these out like this. Over here, we're going to place a block out like this, and then going up, we're going to place our torch out, oops, like this. We're going to place our redstone dust, which I put away for some reason, right here. Redstone dust, repeater, comparator, Let's place a block down with our hopper, with another hopper going into it, with a comparator coming out from there, with another repeater coming out from there, zigzagging its way over to what we need. Actually, I had that right. Right there. And we take our redstone dust going out from here, all the way over there, and let's go ahead and go in here and place 10 more, or yeah, let's go ahead and just do 10. Let's do 10, and there you go. It's all set. Everything literally is done. All right, now that it's all done and I went ahead and covered everything up, let's just make sure that everything works as intended. Okay, very exciting. Let's go over to our lectern and let's choose a floor we want to go to. So let's just say we want to go right to floor 2. Let's select our floor. Let's hit the button. And there we go. We should be able to go to floor 2. Up we go. All set. Now, we're at floor 2. Let's say we want to go to floor 4. Just pop this open. Let's make our selection. And hit the button. Our lights go off. Our water shoots out. Let's go up. And there we go. We're on floor 4. Problem is, I never made a button up here to rectify the situation that we have going on. So, yeah, let me fix that real quick. All right, all set. I went and fixed it real quick. It literally took like 5 seconds. We just put a bit of a repeat session from this circuit going up to this. So when we press this button now, we should hear a bunch of crazy stuff going on, which go and switch our magma block up, and we could go down, right down to floor number 1. Hit the button to reset the magma block with the soul sand. And there we go. Let's go ahead and go over here. Make sure, since we were on floor 4, let's go to floor 4. Let's press the button. And all the water's gone, except for that weird glitch. I don't know what's up with that, but literally, we've proven that we've completed the elevator. It works as intended. Everything went off easily without a problem. I'm super excited about this thing, and I hope you guys are too. But all right, guys, that is literally it. Thank you so much for sticking around. Hopefully, you were as excited to build this thing as I was. I am so glad I was able to accomplish this. And thank you, JJoz, for the suggestion in the Discord. If you guys would like to go ahead and join our Discord, the link is down in the description below. Would love to see you over there if you want to go ahead and give me any more suggestions, or just leave them down in the comments. And if you did enjoy this and you found this to be an awesome way to set up an elevator, a little bit overcomplicated elevator, but an awesome one nonetheless, feel free to subscribe to get redstone builds like this in the future. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!